In a year when the threat of nuclear weapons seemed to draw closer, the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded on Friday to an advocacy group behind the first treaty to prohibit nuclear arms. The group, the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, a Geneva-based coalition of disarmament activities, was honored for its efforts to advance the negotiations that led to the treaty, which was reached in July at the United Nations. The organization is receiving the award for its work to draw attention to the catastrophic humanitarian consequences of any use of nuclear weapons and for its groundbreaking effort to achieve a treaty-based prohibition of such weapons, the Norwegian Nobel Committee said in a statement. The choice surrounded a blunt rejoinder to the world's 9 nuclear-armed powers and their allies, which boycotted the negotiations. Some denounced the treaty as a native and dangerous diversion. It also represented a moment of vindication for the members of the winning organization, known by its acronym ICAN, and it for United Nations diplomats who are responsible for completing the treaty negotiation. This prize is a tribute to the tireless effort of many millions of campaigners and concerned citizens worldwide, who ever since the dawn of the atomic age have loudly protested nuclear weapons, insisting that they can serve no legitimate purpose and must be forever banished from the face of the earth, ICAN said in a statement. The United Nations, with Russia has the biggest stockpile of nuclear weapons, had said the treaty would do nothing to alleviate the possibility of nuclear conflict and might even increase it. The committee acknowledged that the view held by nuclear-armed countries in its statement, noting that an international legal prohibition will not in itself eliminate a single nuclear weapon, and that so far neither the states that already have nuclear weapons nor their closest allies support the nuclear weapon ban treaty. Despite these admonitions, at last 53 member states of the United Nations have signed the treaty since a ceremony to start the ratification process was held at the General Assembly on September 20, while only 3, Guyana, the Vatican, and Thailand had formally ratified the treaty of Friday. Others are expected to do so in the coming year. The treaty will go into effect 90 days after 50 United Nations member states have formally ratified it. Delegates representing 2/3 of the General Assembly and 193 members participated in the treaty negotiations. We have received this news with so much joy. Elian White Gomez, the Costa Rican ambassador to the United Nations in Geneva, who was the chairwoman of the negotiations, said in telephone interview, "Every year there should be at least one happy event to give us hope, and this was that." She said ICAN's work represented efforts by civil society activities who approached government around the world and maintained the momentum of the negotiations to keep them going. The prize came as a surprise to Dr. Finn, the executive director of ICAN, which has 3% office in Geneva. She said at a news conference that she had thought at first that congratulatory telephone call from the Nobel Committee was fake. Under the agreement, all nuclear weapon use, trade of use, testing, development, productions, possessions, transfer, and stationing in different countries are prohibited for nuclear-armed nations that choose to join. The treaty outlines a process for destroying stockpiles and enforcing the countries promising to remain free nuclear weapons. I don't think we have unrealistic expectations that tomorrow nuclear weapons will be gone, Mrs. Finn said, but I think this is really a moment to be really inspired that is possibly to do something. The prize came against the backdrop of the most serious worries about the possible nuclear conflicts in the Cold War, punctuated by the bellicose standoff between the United States and North Korea. The North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has defeated United Nations sanctions prohibiting his isolated country's repeated nuclear weapons and missile testing, and he threatened to strike the American heartland with the nuclear sword of justice. President Trump, who has mocked Mr. Kim by calling him Little Rocket Man, has said he would have no choice but totally destroy North Korea if United States or its allies are attacked. For more news update, please subscribe.